Hello, everybody. Dr. Hirsch. I'm Karen. Seems to be a miserable day out there, so hopefully everybody is relaxing their sweats or their pajamas and maybe enjoying a good movie. Today for me is Sci-Fi Saturday. I grade your assignments while I'm watching sci-fi movies all day. It's a tradition that's been going on since the Stone Age or 2003 or something. But anyways, I want to just bring up a few things. What we reviewed last week. Okay, Facebook. I also want to give you guys a glimpse at the week ahead. So first, last week we talked a little bit about free writing. We talked a little bit about thesis statements, and I gave you a Facebook assignment for Am I Blue? Am I Blue's thesis statement does come at the end, and that kind of throws people for a loop. Thesis statements can come at the beginning, middle, end, or they could be unstated. You got to be careful when they're unstated, though, because you got to make sure that the essay doesn't just go all over the place. Okay, thesis statement keep an essay nice and tight, nice and organized. Thesis statement for Am I Blue? Of course, talking about we are one lesson. We are one lesson. Animals and humans are one lesson. And some of you nailed that right off the bat, and that was great. Some of you tried to find something else. And I know Am I Blue is tricky because the thesis statement comes at the end, and oftentimes you usually want to get that out in the beginning. A whole essay does work, and that's why I kind of use that at the starting point for this particular semester. We are in Unit 1, we're talking about narratives, and you're going to be given a chance to write your own narrative, picking a turning point. We're going to be going over that a little bit later. Okay, so for those of you who answered that, great job. For those of you who had the right idea, hey, you made the effort. Okay, you made the effort, and you're showing me that you're willing to learn. And as the class progresses, we're going to be looking at thesis statements. We're going to be looking at how to recognize what a thesis statement is. Because on this week's assignment, we're going to be looking at some more thesis statements. Okay, I will be grading my comp lab stuff for this week, today and tomorrow. Okay, so keep an eye out for that. If you have not done it yet, please get that in. The first week I'm kind of lenient because I know how difficult it is to get books. I teach at another college, Liberty University, and it's week 3, and we are still having book issues. Okay, but I know you need to get. We only have 10 weeks as opposed to a normal semester, so don't wait. I'm hoping you don't wait until week 4 to get your book. Okay, so a look at the week ahead. Okay, we're going to be looking at not free writing, outlining. Outlining is a critical step in writing your papers. Outlines keep your papers nice and organized. They keep your papers focused so that way you're not all over the place. I have often had students give me their essays and say, I don't need an outline. And I've read their paper and it's like, whoa, yes you do. Okay, so outlines are a good step to start right after thesis statement because it kind of flows with that. First, we start off with brainstorming, okay, organizing main points. Now we're narrowing it down to a thesis, okay. Then we're narrowing it down to how we're going to organize our essays. All right. So for this week ahead, you're going to be looking at outlining a little bit more of the writing process, at least in the beginning stages of the writing process. And for your Facebook assignment, you're going to be looking at, I believe it's Mary Carr, Dysfunctional Nation. It's a funny story. Okay. The thesis statement, I'm going to give you a clue. It comes at the beginning, and it's right out there. It is very obvious what thesis statement is. Okay. Good story to read and reflect on your own life, maybe. And that's often what good narratives do. Okay. They share a story, and maybe they show somebody how they should not be living or how they should live, or how decisions that they've made in the past still haunt them to today. I've seen it all as far as narratives go. Okay, so sometime early in next week, probably about Monday or Tuesday, I'm going to create a YouTube resources. Excuse me. Going over outlining. I'll even bring up an outline to show you what a good outline looks like. Okay, so if you have any comments and any questions, you can always email me at either Sean_musings at live.com or at the Quincy College email address, which is sean.curran at fac.quincycollege.edu. Okay. Keep up the Facebook post for this week, at least until Tuesday. Some of you have not posted yet. Do that, please. And those of you who have not really responded to other people's writing, please follow up. I am watching. Um, you'll notice I try to stay not as involved as I might be in a regular classroom. There's a reason for that. In high school, I remember we got into this passionate debate over some story that you'll probably be reading in English composition too, called Everyday Use, which was by Alice Walker. And we had this passionate debate, and the second the teacher started involving herself too much, the debate died. And I'm not kidding, it just absolutely died. So you'll notice I'm looking in there, I'm reading. I will be making follow-up points and posts early next week. Okay. Normally, what I try to do is have you guys post by Tuesday, respond to other people's posts by Friday, and then Friday I will follow up with, you know, liking posts, making comments. Okay. I'm always respectful when it comes to responses. I always try to give some constructive feedback. You'll find that a difference for me. I've had some teachers who have just absolutely slandered me when it comes to assignments. I've never liked that, and I know you don't either. Okay, so you will always get some constructive feedback from me. Okay, when it comes to weekly assignment, if your weekly assignments are very late, I may not be able to have enough time to give you a lot of feedback. Okay, I don't really accept late assignments. If you're really struggling, please do email me. That's what I'm here for. Okay, so I will be grading today, tomorrow. Check that out. If you haven't finished your My Comp Lab assignment, if you're struggling with access issues, which seem to be plaguing this semester, please email me so I can help you. All right? Thank you, and enjoy your weekend, and stay dry.